Is God bigger than our choices? He absolutely is. You see, because 3.5 months ago, God told me to go to the hospital. And He wanted me to go right then and now. But I was too scared. See, I didn't know what was waiting for me there. I didn't know what He was going to ask me to do. And I just couldn't bear the unknown. But I still knew deep down that God would never ask me to do anything that I couldn't handle. Because I wasn't doing it alone. I was doing it with Him as well. And so I kept procrastinating. And 3.5 months later, now, I decided that it wasn't about feelings. Because I'll never feel like I'm ready. I'm never going to feel like I've arrived, like I can do this. Like I'm spiritually ready for this, or like I'm emotionally ready, or my life is all together. We will never feel like that when God asks us to do things. And so I put my feelings aside and I made a decision. I was going to go. So today I hopped on a bus and I headed over to the hospital. I didn't even know what the inside of the hospital looked like. I didn't even know what I was looking for, or what God wanted me to do, or if He even wanted me to talk to anyone. But I went anyways. And so I felt like I was led to go to the library. I didn't even know they had a library. I found it by accident after I went to the food court. And so I went to the library and I sat down and I just began reading. And I felt completely at peace. I felt peace beyond understanding because I took the time and I poured out my heart to God. And I just explained to Him how scared I was, even though He already knew. And He just gave me peace. He gave me exactly what I needed when I needed it. And I wasn't nervous at all. And so after a little bit of while, I felt the prompting of the Holy Spirit to get up. So I got up and I asked God, okay, where to? So He said, turn right and then go up left to the stairway. And so I did. And I went up the stairs and I saw a sign that said spiritual care. This caught my eye and it just felt right. So I started walking and I found a room and I found the lady inside and I introduced myself. And it turns out that she was the new leadership of the spiritual care just kind of section. And so I was really excited. Like, what are the chances that she was actually in when I came in? Even though I'd procrastinated for 3.5 months. And so I went inside and we began talking. And it turns out it's actually a smaller world than I thought it was. You see, because she lives close to my hometown. And close to my hometown is where the Victory College or Victory churches are. And so it turns out that she actually knows Victory a little bit. So she knows where we come from and kind of what we do. And she actually knows the dean of my college, which was super exciting because we were just able to connect on that level. And normally I would be kind of scared or nervous during an interview, but we just started talking and I asked her if I could volunteer there, and she seemed really interested. And isn't it just like God to just kind of set up divine appointments like that? And so, even though I procrastinated, God was still able to get me where He wanted me to. And I'm not saying that it's a good idea to procrastinate, because it's not. When God asks us to do something, we should do it. But don't ever think that our choices are going to derail His destiny, because God is bigger than us, and He knows us. He knew that I would be scared, and He knew that He would have to work with me through some hard issues, and He did. He handled me with grace and mercy and lots of gentleness. I just can't believe how God is so good all the time. And so the thing that I really want to share with you is Jeremiah 29. And a lot of us know this. But it talks about how God knows the plans that He has made for us. Plans to prosper. Plans that are good. And so I just wanted to remind you all that God is bigger than our choices. And that our destinies are set in stone. You can't run away. And you would never want to.